Hey everybody, it's me JJW, and I don't really feel ready to make this video, but I'm running out of time and I need to get it out. I'm going to walk through the series of events that happened this weekend. This is started off as a forensic examination. Exactly what happened, how did they get access? I have a pretty good understanding now. I know a lot of people are angry at me personally, and I'm sure people have plenty of valid reasons to be angry at me. But the things that I've uncovered in the last couple days are very concerning to me. And if you don't want to go all the way through the feed and every event item, that's fine. At least skip to the end, because I'm going to try to tell you some things you can do to keep yourself safe. And believe me when I say that right now, I do not think you are safe. I don't think you're safe. I'm highly concerned. Okay, so emotionally, in my point of view, from the Sunday morning attack, I received an at message, and somebody was cussing me out, and that was really like the first thing I became aware of that, and that was about 11:45 in the morning, but that was not the start of the attack. So I'm going to go back to the beginning as far as I can, and I'm not, without showing you anything personal from the people involved. I'm gonna go back to the beginning. So as many of you know, I have a buddy named Sleepy. Well, some of you think that he's a mortal enemy or something like that, which is crazy, but I have a buddy named Sleepy Link. He was a moderator in the UMCOC server. He got tired with the contest, and he got tired of having to deal with some routine drama on the server. That did include me. He got irritated with it, and he left the server some time ago. But that didn't mean that Sleepy and I stopped talking. So I'm not gonna go scroll up any further, because there's pictures of our kids back and forth, because that's pretty much what we ended up doing. A couple of dads sending pictures of their kids back and forth and talking about life and jobs and stuff. So essentially, I'm not going to go any higher than this. Sleepy sent me a message on November 10th. That would be last Thursday. Sent me a message. He was like, "Hey man, what's up?" And I immediately responded with like, "Hey, I was already thinking about you. I wanted to send you a message for Thanksgiving." Some, a little bit of like small talk, but like we were just catching up because it had been a few months, and I wanted to know about how his new job was going. And he told me he was working on a game, and I thought that's a little weird. And his typing style was all lowercase or a little dirty, I would say. It was a little weird, but I asked how his family was doing, and he sent me a picture of his kids that I recognized, but I didn't see that picture before. So it was a new picture to me of his kids, and that was enough evidence for me to set aside my reservations and continue the conversation, even though I had like some alarm bells going off. Because I know Sleepy. Sleepy's a network guy. Sleepy's an IT guy. Sleepy plays games. He mostly plays Nintendo Wii with his, or whatever it's called, Nintendo with his kids. And, he hasn't played Contest of Champions in like a long time. So I thought it a little strange that he was making a game, but it's not completely outside the realm of possibility. And he showed me the picture of his kid, and I genuinely thought it was Sleepy. So he asked me to download this game and try it out, and against my better judgment, I did, and that was dumb. It was dumb because my trust in the guy that I know overcame my instinct for not doing stuff like this. So I downloaded it and I clicked on it or whatever, and it didn't do anything. I didn't think it did anything. And I thought he was testing it. And I even asked him, you aren't some hacker posing as Sleepy, right? He said, I ain't. And, you know, I told him that the picture of his kids lent credibility, but you can see I had like already some reservations I should have listened to. So his little game thing didn't work, or I didn't think it worked. It turns out it did work. Maybe not perfectly, but it did work. So what did it do? This little application, I'm pretty sure, it's a little like an executable, but it's actually like a node application, and it's making a server call out to a webhook, I'm pretty sure. And it's acquiring a user token. Either that, or it's maybe digging it out of the app data storage. There's a couple of different tools that capture user tokens. That's one of the things I found out in the last few days. So this application captured my user token. And, you know, we'll skip ahead for a second. On Sunday, people were yelling at me. I was trying to figure out what was going on, and I was telling people my account's not hacked. Somebody's issuing commands with my token. Not exactly the same thing. And I thought something else was going on. I thought it wasn't as simple as they got my login. They didn't get my login. They didn't get my authentication like that. They got this token, which allowed them to issue messages back and forth on the network using my credentials, using my identity to send the commands. So they have my token. This thing got my token. Okay. And he ended up talking to me the next day on the 11th. And then the attack, this was the 10th, 11th. The attack happened, I think, on the morning of the 14th. So I'm going to jump over to the log, and I'm going to crawl through the log because I want you guys to see everything. I want you to see everything that happened. And I'm going to show you some things that they used to do this to us. And I say us because I was a victim of this, but I wasn't the only one. Somebody did this to my friend Sleepy, compromised his account. Somebody did it to me. They used me to do it to Phil and Titan. And they tried to send a mass message out, and I hope nobody got hit by that thing. Guys, they're all the way up to the partner server from Discord. They're all the way up at the top. But we'll get there. We'll get to that. This is that first time that I ran that app. 11:10 at November 10th. The first thing it did was generate an invitation to the server. Now, I don't let anybody generate an invitation to the server. I don't believe I do. I haven't in a long time. There's not that many. We all use the same one, and this thing created a new one. And then the second time I ran it, it created a new one. And I really don't know entirely what it did. But then there's some like normal activity. People are getting roles and getting roles removed, and getting punished and getting punished removed. And then there was this. This was the third time that it ran, I think. I think I ran this 3 times, and from a conversation. So this created an invitation. This one wasn't used, so it must have been 4. I did this 4 times, and I was talking to him over 2 days. I really thought it was him. This created an invitation. Now, this event, I'm not sure. I'm leaning to think this was genuine. This was Rick Phillum. I don't think Rick's account has been hacked. I think this is an unfortunate accident that he hoisted the moderator's account. If Rick's account was hacked, then this was part of the plan. But I don't think his account was hacked. I think this was just an unfortunate coincidence. So Rick's account, Rick was a moderator too, and he updated the role of moderators to be hoisted. Now, hoisted means that a role is visible in the sidebar. So if I go to the sidebar over here to the right, you see right here, you can see the moderators. That means the account has been hoisted, or the role has been hoisted. So under role permissions, if I click on moderators, there's this button right here. Display role members separately from online members. That makes them visible. Now, moderators or administrators or other roles of privilege need to be up high, because Discord's permissions require hierarchy. So if your user account is down here at podcast or whatever, you can only affect accounts of users that are below you, and you cannot affect accounts of users that are above you. And that's going to be important. But the moderators were hoisted, which means you could see them. And I generally don't like to do that. I don't like the moderators to be at the top. I don't like them to be visible. I don't like them to be elevated. But they were turned on. And I guess I missed it or didn't notice it. And it's important. And it's important in the series of events. And you need to know all the things that this guy did to me and did to us. Okay. So, Rick hoisted the moderators. Whether it was really Rick or not, I don't know. But I think it's just an unfortunate coincidence, because I don't have anything else in the log from Rick's account that seemed malicious. So, 11:11, right here. JJW. This is evil JJW. This is my account was used to add. Let me pause here for a second and jump over to the. There's a couple of features of the UMCOC server that allowed me to fend this thing off and get control back. One is that we have a very large server and we have a lot of users. I don't think he was prepared for this. And I have, honestly, moderators that did a really good job fighting back. You guys fought back. And you gave me enough time to stop this thing, but not before everybody's mad and a bunch of people left. But, that's not irreparable damage. Okay? You guys, we'll get there. I'm going to praise probably everybody involved. This account right here, KXSTAS. I told you guys about this. KXSTAS, and I was highly suspicious of it. I saw it when I was alerted, but this is days before I was alerted. JJW added roles for KXSTAS. It was added to Watcher, removed from Watcher because he didn't know what that was, and then added a role bot. So here's the thing that he didn't know about me, and it was a giant red flag. I like my in-jokes. I like things that make me laugh. So I will never name a role on the server bot. I have a role for that, for bots that I don't trust. It's Hal. It's a joke from 2000 AD. Okay? I would never name a role bot. And this generally happens when a bot is added to a server. Now this bot looks like a human. This bot acts like a human. Like its identity is a user token. But DSC tells me that he is definitely sure he saw a bot tag on it. I didn't see that, but he said he saw it. And here it's added to the server. Well, it joined the server, and then it was added to a role bot. That probably happens on join. But it may have happened manually, but there's no log of me or anyone else making a role called bot. The next event is evil JJW granted administrator power to the role bot, which means that this user KXSTAS had administrator power, and this role bot was moved up to in the hierarchy. You can't see it now because I got rid of it. But it was moved up in the hierarchy to the position probably right here, or maybe right here. It was right between admin and moderators, and there was a little blue role called bot, and it was sitting right there. That might be in the log. We'll have to see as we go up. This is on November 11th. This is 8 days ago. And then here you can see KXSTAS created another invite, 3QJTM, whatever. He made another invite. What's the reason you make an invite? To get another account into the server. I don't know how many accounts were here that were compromised. I know of probably at least 3, maybe 4. His strategy with this thing, well, I still have a theory, and we're going to get there. So, we're going to have to skip forward because this is all on November 11th, and he laid low. He made his little change. He got his little invitation in. He got his role adjusted, and he laid low for a couple of days. And let me pull my timeline up. Okay, so on the 12th at 2:43 a.m. he made that second invitation, and then he laid low until 11:05 Sunday morning. So we're gonna skip forward to Sunday morning. Oh, too far. Okay. Right here. This is the beginning of the actual attack. 11:05, I was sitting on my couch watching church with my family. We had been up, well, I had been up all night. Saturday at 1 o'clock, I don't even want to tell this part. Saturday at 1 o'clock, my daughter fell on a driveway. She cracked her head on the concrete driveway, and I took her to the children's ER that evening. And my daughter and I were at the children's ER until 4 a.m. So we slept in, and we, instead of going to church, we went to church in our living room. So at 11:05, we were watching church. So 11:05, Evil JJ updates the role of moderators, and he denies the permission for them to view the audit log. This is the record that you're looking at now. The audit log is every significant change to the server, and I always let the moderators look at it. It's not something I prohibit, but he did because he didn't want them to see what was going on. He didn't want them to have the ability to react once stuff started going down. At 11:05, 3 messages were deleted by JoJo. I don't know what those messages are. In fact, if there was any communication on any of these channels, and I know there must have been because a lot of people sent me screenshots, I don't know any of the content of it. Okay? What I do know, the content that I am aware of, are the messages to and from Sleepy Link on the accounts that he used to communicate with me, and the messages to and from Titan. Titan's account was compromised. And the messages to and from Phil. You can see on the 14th, I don't know what time this was. This is kind of strange that he might have been trying to do this at the same time or just before he actually attacked the server. But on the 14th, he ran the same scenario with me as the, hey, I need help, and Phil as the mark. He leveraged Phil's trust in me to get Phil to download the game, try to run it, but Phil was on a Mac, so it didn't work. And Phil even thought Somewhere in the conversation, it happened to Phil that he asked evil JJW if JJ was hacking him. Anyway, these are the conversations I'm aware of that I know the content of. Anything that was posted in the announcement channel, somebody deleted that. That's good. Anything that was posted in any other channels, those are gone. They were deleted with the channel. I don't know what it said, but I'm sure it said something along the same thing as download this game. So let's go back to the attack. Jojo 1105 deletes some messages in moderators. So it must have been that somebody said something. Hey, something going on? And or maybe it was my account that was used. I don't know. But then Average Weirdo deleted some messages. And no, it's me. I'm sorry. 3 messages were deleted by me, by Evil JJ, that Jojo had posted. And 3 messages were deleted by Evil JJ that Weirdo had posted. 1105. Evil JJ banned the Mad Titan, and then he banned Drown. And then at 1118, Infinity unbanned Drown. So he used Collector's tools to unban Drown. And that kept, this action kept Infinity off of the radar of the villain. So what's happening is the account KXSTAS is added to the server, and it's given administrative power so that it can view all the channels and view the users in those channels. And when a user comes online and speaks up and starts doing something to act against the villain, the attacker was taking him out. He was removing him, banning him, something like that. So Infinity used Collector to unban, and then he used it to, and then Jojo removed the ban from Titan, and they probably didn't know exactly what was going on. Somebody joined the server. That's innocuous, probably. Chow updated the moderator's role. She was trying to give the moderators the tools to, at this point, they are alerted, and she's trying to give them the tools to fight back. And then Collector initiated slow mode because I think people were probably starting to panic. This is 1127. I am still in church. Rick pinned a message from Chow, probably saying something like, don't do this, or I really don't have any idea what the content was. So Evil JJ is now seen that that Rick posted, pinned this message. I think this is probably in the MCOC chat. He saw Rick come online because Rick is hoisted. Rick's account is a moderator account, and the moderator accounts are hoisted, which means they're visible right up here. So he can see when they're doing something or when they come online. He's alerted to their presence, and then he bans Rick. And Rick, if you get this far in the video, very sorry this happened to you, and I totally understand all of it. I totally understand. So Evil JJ bans Rick, and Lax, Cypher, and Astro, CSOC, and then he finally sees that Chow is working against him, and he bans Chow, and then he starts working on all the moderators that are online. He bans Weirdo, Royal, Infinity, Jojo, Phil, and that's all the blues out of the way, and now we can get back to work. Orengu, GJ, Deadbolt, Tiasma, Prof, Dr. Sab, Enlightened Giraffe, And then I think he changed his tactics here because this is taking too long, and chat must be blowing up. So he starts deleting channels. MCOC chat, bans chilliness. Starts deleting a bunch more channels. So general, flex, bitch and moan, command demo, stream chat, advice, any channel that is available for him and people to see. So this is one of the features of the server that made things difficult. We have a lot of channels here. We got a lot of history. We got a lot of channels, and it's laid out generally in a structure that would make it difficult for an attacker to know where the important channels are. So as admin, he can't see every channel. Can't, but he can see most of them. You see, he's not looking at the server through my account. He's issuing commands against the server through my account. He can't see the server as me because he's not logged in as me. He's logged in with this KXSTAS, and that account, which is actually some software, is able to run multiple user and bot accounts at the same time. And by it being logged in and not being me, he's able to sort of hide his presence. You see, the bot role was right here above moderators, and it was not visible. It was not hoisted. One of the changes that he made when he added himself to that role is he not hoisted it. He made it invisible, and it was right above. So he could issue actions against any lower ranking user, and nobody would see that he's there because he didn't have any of these accounts. He didn't have any of these roles. Stay to the end. I'm going to get to how he's doing this. Deleting channels, deleting channels, deleting channels. From my memory, because I don't have a log of this, deleting channels. From my memory, someone in the server cussed me out and sent me an @ message at 11:46, and that's when I became alerted to what was going on. So you can see he's doing channel removals here until 11:40, and then things stop for a minute. It's 11:40. Users are bouncing in and out of the chat, bouncing in and out of the channels. But you see here, minutes go by and he's not doing anything. I'm not sure what exactly he's doing at this time, but he thinks that he has pretty much secured this server because he ousted all the moderators or whoever he thought of as an opponent. And almost 20 minutes go by, but during these 20 minutes, right around down here, 11:46, as I recall from memory, I got an alert. This is what I remember. At 11:44, Weirdo created a new account. And 11:46, I was alerted by a notification on my phone because somebody sent me a message. In chat, they @ me or whatever before the channel was destroyed. So I'm in church on my couch. I pull my phone out because it's got an alert. I check it. Uh-oh. Something's wrong. I can't find the message. I can't find channels. What's going on? So I check the channels. I don't see anything. I check the mod log and I see a whole bunch of weird actions, bans and things. So I jump down to moderator channel and I see that there is a user in the moderator channel that shouldn't be there. And this is KXSTAS. So he doesn't have a moderator role, but he does have a bot with admin role, which puts him in the bar, and he's online, and I can see him. So within minutes of seeing this guy, I let me see. Let me go back to the log. Let me just back up one of my statements from a minute ago. I don't see where it's in here, but oh, because he doesn't join until later. He doesn't join until later. I told you Weirdo made a new account. Well, Weirdo's new account, he held on to it for like an hour before joining. So one of the other features of this server that made this job a little bit more of a nuisance and difficult for the attacker is that I log everything important. I log when people join, I log when they leave, I log when they get actions taken against them, I log when we ban someone, when we kick someone, and I keep all of this information for review, because sometimes moderators, here you can see when Mad Titan got removed from the server, and if there's a timestamp on any of these, we'll see Weirdo join the chat at around. It's not super important. We'll get to it. Okay, so Weirdo made an account at 11:44. I was alerted at 11:46. By 12:05, I had 12:09. My working hypothesis was that this was I'm able to log in. You need to understand this. I know everybody's mad at me. Take your emotions, set them aside, okay? I'm on my phone. I'm in my account. I go upstairs, I'm on my computer. I'm in my account. I'm logged in. If my account was compromised, they should have changed my credentials. And maybe he just messed up. Maybe he just messed up because he left a little door open. Within 15 minutes of being notified, I had surmised obviously an attack was going on. I thought it was a bot. I obviously knew that it wasn't all of my account because I had my account. Even though these actions are being written in my name. I started removing bots. I removed Challenger, which is an auxiliary bot that I control. I threw out some connections to some other services, and then I saw this KXDAS guy, and I yeeted him out too. At 12:09, I threw his account out, kicked it out. And then within a few minutes, I hack banned it, which just prevents it from joining again. And within a minute of that, he was still able to issue a command to ban DSC, to ban D. So this is me kicking Challenger. This is me kicking the villain attacker. This is villain attacker getting one last command in to ban DSC because he thinks, well, the software that he's operating can operate multiple bot and user tokens at the same time. But I'm pretty sure that when I threw him out of here, it sent a disconnect error to his software and he had to reboot. And when he rebooted, he couldn't use that token anymore, so he had to toss it, and it took him too long to figure out what was going on. 12:10. D is the last action by villain. Gets thrown out. Next to last action, he also throws out this patron's alumni channel. So he was still able to do a couple of actions for a couple minutes, and this is consistent with my experience with Discord. When service goes down, it can sometimes take a minute or two for the disconnection events to happen. Okay, so at this point, the threat might be neutralized because that's who I thought it was, but I don't know. So for the remaining 4 hours, I am trying to give people the ability to communicate with me. I'm getting yelled at. Everybody's mad. Everybody's mad because you think I'm doing this to you, or you think that I got my account hacked. And okay, it's not that simple. It's not that simple. This software right here, pretty sure that this is the stuff that was used. Supports human tokens and bot tokens, nuke servers, all kinds of stuff. Bad stuff. It's worse than this. It is worse than us being attacked, than me being attacked, than you being attacked. Hang in there. We're going to get there. So I start trying to piece things together. And this entire time, I'm trying to ascertain how many more attack vectors are still present on the server. Was it just one? Was there backups? Were there multiple? What was going on? It's taken me days to go through this activity log and compare that with my own logs and compare that with other information. I couldn't have done this in 5 minutes. And none of you couldn't have either. And I know some people are out there thinking, oh, I would have never clicked that link. Okay, sure. I know of 3 or 4 or 5 people that are smarter than me that fell for this stuff. So, but I'm sure you would have never made this mistake. So, first affirmative action I do is remove the ban to DSC. DSC is a moderator and an admin. He's one of the few people that I trust with admin. He's also a member on my Discord server, on my collector dev team server. So one of the many reasons that I'm pretty sure that the user didn't have my account is because if they had my account, UMCOC is way down here. It's a very important and big server. It's the largest server I'm on, but it's not the top of my list. Not by a long shot. Partners is ahead of that. Our original contest server is ahead of that. A bunch of development servers. My development server is ahead of that. He would have had to gone down 5 to get to the one that's the biggest. Okay? So, he didn't see my page. He didn't see my panel. If he did, he would have seen all the other stuff that I see that even admins don't. He was able to issue commands as me, but he wasn't logged in as me. And that makes a difference. Because if I were attacking our server, I would have just deleted it. It would have been one action. I would have verified it, and it would have been over. And none of this would have been here at all. But he didn't have that much. He did not have that much. So, I remove D. I go over to my development server. Hey man, I don't know what's going on. I need your help. Come back. Comes right back. So I give him moderator 2. You need to understand at this time right now, I know there was an attack. I'm pretty sure I know who the active villain was. I don't know who else is impacted. I don't know how many accounts are impacted. I'm playing the worst game of guess who I can give trust to, but I need to give trust to somebody because I need help getting this fixed or getting it intercepted. So I let D back in. I give D mod 2. And mod 2 lets him do a couple of things more than mod 1. Doesn't matter. It's still privileged, but I didn't give him admin. Throwaway giveaway bot. Don't need it. It's not a threat, but I'm not sure. Get rid of it. I went back to D. I dropped him down to mod. I trust D. I need his help. I brought him in privileged. And in this 3 or 4 minutes, in my mind, I'm thinking, I don't know if I know that I haven't lost my account, but I'm compromised. Something's wrong. And I don't know if D lost his account, but I don't know if he's compromised too. Something could be wrong. I need to figure out how far this damage, how far the extent of this is before I start giving people the ability to delete other users. So I drop him down for a minute while I think about what I'm doing. A moderator can use collector, but he's not able to do anything himself. He's not able to delete channels or anything like that. People are leaving in and out. I created a voice channel. My second affirmative action to mitigate this crisis is to create a voice channel. I need to rapidly communicate information with my moderators and my admins, or whoever is available to me. I need them to know that I'm me and not some messages coming through the server. I need them to hear me, and I need to get them to do things for me. So at this point, I've noticed that the attack has seemingly stopped. Users are no longer being banned. Channels are no longer being thrown out. KXDAS cannot return. His account cannot return. That was almost certainly the primary account it was using to connect to Discord. So his actor account cannot return. And so without his actor account being in play, he can't send those messages through the gateway that have my header, my token, my token in the bearer in authorization bearer token. So I make this permanent because I'm very sure that this was the bad guy. This is 12:43. So I've been fighting this thing for less than an hour, and I don't know that I've already gotten rid of him, but we're not safe yet. At 12:48, I get contact with Chow, or she comes back, and I remove her ban, and I ask D, hey D, man, I need your help. I need you to start. I need you to start getting these bans revoked while I check everything else. I need to check all the permissions. I need to check all the roles. I need to make sure that nothing has been changed. I need to make sure there's no more people that have privilege that shouldn't. So I put D on the task of, we're probably talking at this point, but I put D on the task of reversing the bans. So Collector has the ability to issue a ban reversal and at the same time send the user a message inviting them back to the server. So some of you got those. At this point in time, 12:50, 30-ish users had to been banned. Many of which, honestly, most important, most impactful ones were the moderators and admins that could have posed a challenge to the villain, and some normal users, and a bunch of chat channels got deleted, and that was the extent of the actual damage. So Chow comes back. Create a new channel, text channel. I actually named it emergency mode, and I set up a text channel because you guys had no ability to talk at this point. He had thrown away the channels you could talk in, and I needed to create some mechanism for information to flow from the audience to me. It did not occur to me that everybody would be thinking that all of you think that I'm doing this. And it didn't occur to me that you would be thinking that. At this time, I didn't know that my account had been doing all of these things. Although I'd seen some, obviously, by this point I had been in the logs and seen some things as me that I didn't do. So it didn't make sense. I created a text channel, allowed people back in to start talking at me. And Wasn't really sure what was going on, but I know Chow. I maybe should not have done this, but I trust Chow, and I dropped her right into admin so that she could do whatever she needed to do to help. So this is, I believe, Weirdo. It says Blob, but it was Weirdo. So Weirdo removed the ban on JoJo, and I deleted a message posted by Dragon that went out through announcements channels. If there were other messages that went out through announcement channels, I deleted those too. There was one from Starfighter. Flee, run. Okay. The last thing I need at the moment is hysteria. I need information. And, you know, whatever. I got rid of them. I didn't think those were useful. I thought they would cause more harm. And I threw them out. Jojo came back to the server. His account came back to the server. A few other people do. That's what these actions are. Collector puts roles back on you when you get back in. D, working with me in voice as we were talking over like what's going on. D gives Jojo the mods role so that Jojo could continue to help. At this point, you guys are probably yelling at me quite a bit, cussing at me, telling me to give the server ownership to somebody else. I know why you think that was a good idea. That was a terrible idea. The villain at this time had 5 links to get back into the server, and he could have changed his bot token, and he would have still had my token at this time. Do you understand? I don't know if you understand. He had 4 valid links to get into our server, and he still had my user token. He just couldn't get to our server to use my user token. Okay? 1250. DSC updated the rules for Infinity. He made sure that we had another mod on our team. The moderators start trying to help me. I'm trying to acquire information. Nobody knows what's going on. Trying to get information. Now, I didn't do a very good job of telling them to go to chat and figure out what was going on. I was talking to them, but I was telling them what I thought was going on. 106. Updated the moderator's role. I realized at this point that they cannot see what's going on in the audit log. It must have been at some point in the conversation I was talking to them and somebody said, I can't see in the audit log. And I said, oh, okay. So I went back and I checked the roles and sure enough, it was turned off. But I knew that was wrong because I keep it on. So somebody has definitely been tampering with things on my server. I turned it on so that everybody else can see what's going on here too. Collector removes the ban role from Rick. That's DSC helping me remove the ban from Rick. But as you all know, Rick never came back to the server. This was the final event, I think, and you know, I definitely do not blame him. So Rick's ban is removed, but he's not coming back. And I'm pretty sure that his account was not compromised. So I think that the moderator hoist is just an unfortunate coincidence. Orengu, Ruin, whatever. These normal people coming back to the server or being corrected. At this point, I'm talking to D. I'm highly confident that he's he. I go back and revise that decision to lower his power. I bring him back up because I need him to have everything he needs. So I bring him back up to admin. And I keep working. 109. All right. Where is it? Right here. So I made a change to the MCOC server. I changed the name from emergency mode to MCOC. Chat. And the reason I did that was for people on the server to know that that's where they can talk, and that's where messages normally go. I named it emergency mode because it's definitely an emergency, but if you guys don't recognize the channel name, that may not be where you think to go to try to talk to me. I'm constantly being harassed and cussed at and yelled at, and I'm exhausted, mentally fatigued. Definitely start throwing people into timeout because I don't need people that are not going to be helpful and not going to provide me useful information. I don't need them spamming the chat with give up the server or whatever. I created so this was the second mistake that I made. At this point, it's now 1:20 in the afternoon. I've been at this for like an hour and 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I still did not know that Sleepy hacked me 3 or 4 days before. I didn't put it together. I was dealing with the crisis in front of me, and I had forgotten. I talked to Sleepy a couple days ago, and Sleepy, with this weird conversation, but I saw pictures of his kids. I believed it was him. I didn't put it together that that was actually Villain. So when he offers to help, I'm talking to him. I'm like, hey man, I don't know what's going on. I just got hit. He's like, oh no, are you okay? Let me help. Do you need anything? And he jumps in the server, and he knew the server URL, Discord UMCOC. So even then I wasn't like immediately like tipped off, but that was definitely the start of like the recognition. I'm going to tell you, even though I didn't know it was him, I knew something was wrong, and so I was going to control it. Okay? This is 126. He got yanked out less than an hour ago. His token got revoked. He needed another user, and he needed that user to have power. And I did not know that this was Villain. So I let him join the server, or he joins the server at whatever time he joins the server. I think there was a corgi here somewhere. He's since renamed his account. But it was Sleepy. It was Sleepy, named Sleepy. So I need to hurry up. So he joins the server. I gotta find it. It was right here. I don't think you guys understand how stressed out this is. I am in this moment, and in that moment, I swear I had it right here. Sunday 126. Create an override for him. Okay, so this says Corgi now. The other day it said Sleepy, and I allowed Sleepy to read and connect to the voice channel, and I said, hey, jump on the voice channel. I need to coordinate. But I don't think he did. And then I tried to give him a ability to talk to me. Here's Roboto being muted by Weirdo for not being helpful. Slow mode's initiated because chat's wild right now, on fire. Warranted. Everybody's upset. Crisis is going on. But the reality is that I'm the only one that can stop this thing. And I don't have very much time because this guy's already back and trying to get into a position to be able to do something that would be bad. So at this point, 128, I'm suspicious of so-called Sleepy. I've given him no powers at all, and I update the moderator role to be able to kick people. Infinity's deleting messages. I don't know what they say. This is a channel adjustment of some kind. 130. Infinity is deleting messages, probably harassment or garbage or junk. It's just not useful information, and it's causing a problem that so much chatter is coming in right now. Weirdo, average weirdo 6450 is not the original weirdo. Weirdo is one of the accounts that was compromised, I think. So he lost his account, and he joined with a new account. I told you that he made an account at 11:44 a.m. Hang on. I'm okay. I'm gonna come home as soon as I can. Are you alright? What's going on? Okay. Alright. Okay. I'm definitely, as soon as I can. Text you whenever. All right. Okay. I might have cut out a little bit of conversation there. So, average weirdo 6450. I threw this in there earlier today just to be sure. He created the account at 11:44. I've since talked to him, verified this is him. He lost his other account. He joined the server at 12:50. So this was he must have been hit or something, compromised, and kicked out. And this was his replacement account. Got elevated to mod 1 so that he could help, and he joined the voice channel so that I knew it was him. Because at this point, I cannot trust anyone on Discord. I cannot trust that anybody is who they say they are, or that who they say they are is, they may be who they say they are, and things could still be wrong. Infinity deletes a message. I update a channel. Just tell the restricted people to stop throwing crazy GIFs or whatever. I'm getting fed up with people just yelling at me, and I just throw somebody out. This is Drown. The only person that I ban in the event that's a human is Drown, and he posted a message that had a URL or a resolved like URL, and at this point, I'm not having any of that. So, out you go. I don't need. I'm not even putting you in timeout, because if you're a bad actor, if you're playing a bad actor with a dumb joke, at this point, if you're a bad actor, you're still able to connect with other users and send them messages. So he's out for a minute, for a while. I don't know. Users are being either timed out or muted, or messages are being deleted. The mods are trying to help me control the crowd so that I can figure out what's the lay of the land, how bad are things. Phil, whoa. Phil joins the phone. I get Phil. I message Phil on the server or whatever. He joins the phone call. At this point, I'm now doing authentication in some other method. So I want to hear your voice. I want to talk to you. I know it's you. I bump him up to admin because I know Phil knows his stuff, and he's going to help me. He tells me that he got hit. He got hit by me, which I didn't know. Hang on to the end of the video, guys, because there's some more information. He tells me he got hit by me, and I was like, this is crazy. I don't understand. And but I elevate him to admin, and it is Phil. I know Phil, and I trust Phil, and Phil's going to help. So he starts doing, what's he doing? Added a role moderators. Removed a role admin. Oh, yeah, I added moderator, and then I bumped him up to admin. Okay. Okay, it's now 2:02. 2:02, and I realize finally that's not sleepy. Or I circle back because this whole time I'm trying to manage the operators. I'm looking in channels. I'm looking at permissions. You guys are seeing an activity feed. I'm bouncing between channels and permissions and roles and settings and fixing things if I see them wrong, looking for problems. And I figure out this is an inauthentic person. This is fake. This is when I knew for sure. Yeah, I got hit. I got hit with a phishing attack, and they had my token. And I'm still on the phone. This is still a voice call that I'm having with the other mods. Banned Corgi. So this is the second villain attack that villain account that he controls, that he's been removed on. Right now he's watching what's going on. I don't know how many other accounts he has. This is new Mad Titan. New Mad Titan joins. Old Mad Titan had his account compromised, and but not by me. Well, at least not directly by me. Deleted some message from DGBA, was not helpful. It was probably harassment or something. I'm still in, like, lock down the problem. Make sure it's safe. It's 2:07. So for the next 20-30 minutes, you will not see any activity from me, because by this point, I had ascertained that whatever was going on, it was definitely with my user token. It was not something pseudo pretending to be me in a traditional pseudo sense. It was my token issuing commands. So at this point, I'm like, oh, what we need to do is reset our tokens. There's not an obvious and easy way to reset your tokens on Discord. They don't have a settings panel where you, reset, pull my credentials or whatever, log out everywhere. Doesn't exist. Turns out that the thing you need to do is go change your password. So I changed my password. We're now at 2:02. I banned Evil Sleepy Link. All right. I time out DBGA. I delete some message. Infinity. And then at 2:16, I reset my password. And then I reset it 2 more times. And the reason why I do that is because it's been so long since I signed in. Anyway, I revoked it 2-3 times. Revoked. Everywhere. I was kicked out of my terminal that I was working on at my house. I was kicked out of my phone. I was kicked out everywhere. And at I finally get back in somewhere around 2:39. And yes, the messages that I posted in the event log said, I haven't been hacked. I don't know what's going on. I didn't know what was going on, and I haven't changed those messages. Okay? At 2:39, at this point, I know I've revoked my tokens. I'm logged in. I think I'm safe. Whatever was happening as me, it's not happening anymore, and it's not gonna. I told people about Sleepy Link. You know what? I'll just jump over to the channel because, you know, you guys probably, you can all see it because it's there. So prior to my token, up to this point, so prior to my token, when I initially started, I told people that KXDS did something to elevate himself. He used my account to elevate himself to an admin account marked as bot. He banned a couple users. That was what I knew. This is earlier in the attack. This is like an hour before. Here's the guy, the bad guy. Here's D talking about how many users were affected. This was the status at the time. These don't have timestamps on them, so this was at 1:20, and then D, and then me, and then at 2:16 I yeeted my coins, and at 2:39 I posted this message. So up to 2019, one of the mods was Sleepy Link. I think his account was attacked in a similar way that this attack happened to me. He showed me a photo of his kids, similar to the photos of the kids that he'd deemed in the past. Most of that time, that's what he and I talked about, our family, our kids, our job. I believed it was him. I downloaded the game. It didn't work, except it did, and he got my token. Okay, so I figured that much out by 2:39 that I had posted this. Phil was attacked the same way. The user token was used to send Phil a series of messages with the same story, developing some game. If you've made it this far in the video, you need to listen up. When he attacked my account, when he got my user token, the sequence of events was use my user token to create an invitation on my server so that he could get back in, and start attacking my friends and people that I DM. Except, I don't DM very many people. I have DMs turned off. The only people that he could attack or get or send me messages or send messages to as me were people actually marked as friends. Okay? Sleepy Link, Phil. Nobody else that I can see in my chat history. So, his attack mechanism was acquire an account that you can send messages as, then mute the conversation with a person that you can send messages to. So here you can see the Mad Titan is muted, Corgi is muted, Phil Woe was muted. Oh, sorry. Corgi was, I'll blur that or something. Corgi was muted. Phil's account was muted. He mutes the account so that you do not receive notifications. He mutes the account so that he can send someone messages as you, and when they reply, you do not get notifications. So he had this conversation going on the same day that the attack happened, obviously before, so that morning, and at 10:06 a.m. So it was like right before the attack, he had this conversation with Phil. So he acquires an account, he uses that to reach other people, and then exploits it to the maximum benefit. Okay. It's an hour and 5 or 6 minutes. I have to blur out Sleepy's kid. So, Sleepy was attacked. Sleepy's smarter than me, guys. Better network, better security, smarter guy. The villain leveraged my trust in Sleepy to get me to do something dumb. He leveraged Phil's trust in me to get Phil to do something dumb. And he leveraged some other people to do the same thing. All right. At that point, I post that message. After this, anything else that happens is recovery. Okay? Reverse bans, start restoring channels, have the moderators work on that, but the immediate threat is gone. Immediate threat's gone. I posted what little information I knew. I continued to comb through the roles, the settings, the whatever logs I had available to make sure. And then I went back and I removed admin from everybody until they told me that they revoked their tokens too. Whether they were attacked or not, doesn't matter. Revoke your token, and then I fixed them too. But guys, this isn't, and you know, some other stuff happened. At this point, hysteria is in full force. Everybody's telling me that I'm lying. I'm not lying. I am not totally informed. That was the whole point of trying to get information. Nobody is totally informed here. Everybody's confused. That's the attack, and the attack was halted. The, actual attack was 30 people banned, 30 channels removed, and all of that is undoable. Hundreds of people leave the server. People are angry at me. I'm not going to get into personal stuff. Whatever. You got years of resentment, and I'm not interested in it. So hundreds of people are leaving over the next day or two. At this point, it's totally stabilized, and I think we're doing okay. Security is ratcheted way up, and this is what you guys need to know. I have now spent the last 3 or 4 days going through this attack, and I have traced this attack to GitHub repos. This is a public repository. You can go look at it yourself. I'm not telling anybody anything that a hacker doesn't already know about, okay? This is called a Discord token grabber. This is not the one that was used, but it's just some token grabber. There's networks of users. This one has 642 forks. That means that at least 642 different people have made a copy of this repository, and every one of these colorful lines here is somebody's copy of this repository where they've updated. I mean, this is the dumbest stuff ever, and I don't know why Discord and GitHub are not cutting this stuff down. Every one of these is a modification to the py file, okay, where they replace your webhook here with whatever webhook you make on your attacker server, and this is how they capture a token. And you get somebody to click the thing, and it connects, and then, oop, token. Okay. So there's 600 of these, but I don't think this is the one that was used. So I start documenting all of this information as much as I can to write it down, to make this video, to tell you. I mean, I wanted to tell you guys, hey, I'm sorry you guys got, messed up. And the more I investigated this, the worse things got. Because, so this little repository has got 600, a network of 600 bad actors doing this stuff to people just like you or me. And I went over to the Discord partner server because I thought, this is so bad, I want to go all the way to the top and see if I can get some help and remediation. Because at 2 p.m. today, I saw Evil Sleepy Link change his username to Corgi, which means that Villain is online. The account is active, and it means that Villain is probably trying to do this attack again on somebody else. He's probably using that account to get to somebody, hey, try my game. So I come here to partner server, and other people are like already posting things like, hey, can we get some help with these try my game? I'm not the only one doing this. Look at this. Here's me. This is my post, but there's others before me. But I posted, I was really reticent to do that because I don't know who's on the partner server that will see my ID. But I told people that I was attacked by one of these token grabbers. I give them all the information that I've now figured out. And they tell me, oh, this is not a reporting channel. Go submit a ticket. Okay, well, I submitted a ticket. I haven't got any response back yet. In the meantime, we have an active attacker 4 hours ago today, changing his token. He's going after changing his username and doing his scheme on somebody else. I'm going to make sure that I'm not showing his name. This was Sleepy Link too. And it had a picture in here. Another picture of his kids. He did this to me multiple times. Sent me several pictures of his kids. This was Sleepy Link, and he's now called Corgi. But if I go all the way... let's see if I can do it with this. No server URL. No profile. I'm going to just double check here. No servers in common. Okay. Now it's no servers in common. And this has changed since I started recording this video. But it did say that so much information, I'm getting slightly out of whack. This one changed his name. We have no servers in common, but he changed his identity, his name here. But Mad Titan and I still have a server in common. So this is Titan's account that got hacked, but it's not from a conversation with me. And Mad Titan's account is still on the red development server. This is what made me like really alert and wary. So I contacted a moderator over there and told them they haven't done anything about it. This is actual Mad Titan, the new Mad Titan here. I've verified him. But, so we have a possessed account, a possessed account, a possessed account, a possessed account. That's 4, and I only engage in a conversation with Phil and Sleepy and fake Sleepy. So I don't know how many other people are engaged. But the story's not over yet. Seeing him on the red server made me wary, very wary about informing anybody, because whoever this is, whoever villain is, he knows that I thwarted his attack. Kicked his butt. I threw him out. I banned him. I revoked my token. I shut all the doors. He can't get back in. But I might have to have a little edit there too. I shut all the doors. I threw him out. He knows that JJW caused him some problems. So he's going to recognize me if he sees me again. So I'm very careful to not post in these other high volume servers where villain might be able to see that I'm literally talking about him. So I go to the red server. I report him there. I go to the partner server. And I complain here, and they tell me to file a ticket and pound sand, and they're not doing anything about this. They must know about the repositories with these tools. These aren't the only two. There's bunches of these things. These are just widely used. This other one, Karuma, we'll get there. So while I'm here on the partner server, I get a message from a German partner. Now, it's been 3 or 4 days. I got this message today. And, you know how I am about DMs. I just won't take them. But he's got a partner tag. I accept the message. He's sending me these photos. And there's no links. I'm not clicking any links, but I'll look at these photos. Hey, this is a guy. This is a German partner from the partner server. Knockando. Hey, I don't get it. I found support servers and Git and a bunch of messages talking about this self-bot, this token grabbing stuff. He sends me this picture. So this is probably difficult for you to see. It's a screenshot from inside of HoMotion's support server. HoMotion. And it says right here, Karma Meme, Mass DM, features multiple tokens. Discum ID scraper, normal ID scraper, embed messages. So it's got these different powers. Okay, that's not good. But this is a support server for a hacker tool. This message says, how do I support this project? Sueco, S-U-E-C-O. Karma Meme says, by leaving a star in my repo in this GitHub or whatever. And then this is a developer, a hacker developer. You have a partner DC server. So this person, Sueco, is also a Discord partner. So if you've made it this far in the video, you need to understand this. I'm not the only partner that's been attacked. And some of them are either already compromised in literally the highest levels of servers that you can get in Discord. Some of these accounts, some of the partner accounts are already compromised, or there's partners that are hackers too and our participants in this stuff. So I followed this guy, Suko. I go over here to the Discord partner server because I can just verify this at SUECO. Well, there he is, right there. Suko. This is the Discord partner communication server. That is a compromised account. There's over 3,000 users on this site. If I got hit and that person's a bad guy and still here, how many more compromised partner accounts are there? This is bad stuff. And that villain user that's a developer, this is their tool. Karuma. Karuma lets you log in with multiple human tokens and bot tokens and to do all kinds of bad stuff. Raid servers, ban users. The only thing that I can think is that the person who was playing with this package and had got my information didn't know how to use this package very well. And I got lucky because the challenge, the hacker, for want of a better word, probably some kid. This person wasn't prepared to deal with resistance. He wasn't prepared to deal with my moderators, who all threw up as much of a fight as they could. So Jojo, Rick, Weirdo, Infinity, D, Chow. Everybody did as much as they could, and some of them paid for it with their accounts. Some of them lost accounts, and some of them left the server and probably won't be back. And, you know, stories get to circulate about how awful and bad I am. Let me just clear the record right there. I don't care if you think I'm awful or bad. I'm not interested in anybody's... I'm not interested in status. I'm not interested in being a public figure. This game was a little hobby, and it led to My Little Robot, which was a better hobby for me. And that led to this, to the podcast. And then, you know, there's conflict. I left the podcast, but the server, I like just having a fun place for kids to hang out and for me to hang out and get answers to my questions. And, you know, I just want it to be like a nice place. And so that's my hobby. My hobby is running this little server and developing my little bot when I feel like it, and cool little tricks and whatnot. And I really am not interested in status, what anybody thinks about me. As a result of this, 600 people have left the UMCOC server. Everybody's welcome back if they want. I understand if you don't want to. You've got a new home. That's fine. God bless. Go with it. I was run out of the CCP program, I'm sure. I'm not in the CCP anymore. I patched that up within like hours with Kabam, and me and Kabam are cool. And I will not return to CCP. I declined the offer. Okay, I prefer my latitude and being able to say whatever I want. So the server is safe. UMCOC is safe. In fact, at this time, right now, the UMCOC server is the only server that I know is safe. It's the only server that I know is safe. I locked it down. I'm not going to fall for this trick again. I've verified every one of our admins and moderators. I have out-of-band communications channels with them to verify them now. This is the only safe server as far as I'm concerned. So my robot serves 30,000 users on 500 servers. All of you need to know how dangerous this is. You cannot trust your friends. I'm not talking about somebody dropping a link in the common chat. I'm telling you, you cannot trust your messages from your friends if they have downloads, attachments, executable, or just a link. So here's my advice for you, because you don't want this to happen. Villain's gotten smarter since he attacked me. He now locks accounts when he gets them. He's escalated his ability to his control, and there's not one, there's a bunch. If you are a server owner, reset your password right now. It doesn't matter if you've been targeted or not. You should just be sure. Reset your password. If you have not already, you should enable two-factor authentication. That would not have stopped this token attack, but it will stop other things like server actions on your server. Certain elevated actions require two-factor authentication. Require two-factor authentication for all administrative tasks on your server. All. There's a switch. You just turn the switch on. Turn on reset your password. Turn on two-factor authentication. Require two-factor authentication for your administrators. Turn off your DMs. Turn them all off. Do not allow DMs from common servers. Do not allow DMs from strangers. Do not trust DMs from your friends. Do you understand? You're not safe. UMCOC was not safe. I let my guard down, but that wasn't it. That wasn't all of it. Because other people got tricked too. I got tricked. I own that. I fought back, and I wrestled control back from this bad player, and I got lucky because he messed up, and I knew enough to get rid of him the right way. So I got lucky, and wherever you're at, whoever's in control, I hope you get lucky too, because this isn't gonna stop. People are gonna come up with other clever ways to attack you and just get you to click a link. My friendship was leveraged against me. So now me and Sleepy just text each other. Okay? And the UMCOC server is safe for you to return. If you want to. If you don't want to, no harm, no foul, no problem. Not going to ruin my day, to be honest. Okay? I truly regret the people that were actually directly affected, especially if you lost your account because you trusted me. I'm sorry that happened. I didn't do it to you. It happened because you trusted me. So I'm sorry for that. If you had ever asked me to my face or personally or whatever, if I thought that you should trust me, I would have told you no. I would have told you no. Don't trust me. Don't trust anybody. That's consistent with how I've acted for the last 5 years. I give as little power, trust, and authority as necessary because I need to retain as much ability to control a disaster as possible. And if you're not running your server that way, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before somebody gets in that shouldn't be in, or somebody gets angry at you for something you said or did or didn't or whatever, and vendetta or revenge or whatever emotional nonsense causes people to do dumb things. It's only a matter of time before that happens to you. So you need to keep your house clean and locked. So to the new other MCOC or whatever server, do I bear a grudge because you left and started another server? No, I don't care. Good luck. God bless you. Be careful. Because you're taking on the responsibility of a place where your network and your server becomes a distribution node for damage. So be careful. Vet. Do not elevate anybody on your servers to admin, to manage anything, unless you can verify out of band who they are. Can you verify outside of Discord that this person is who they say they are? Can you send them a message on Twitter? Can you send them a message on a text? Anything. Literally anything outside of Discord. So, this has been a bad week. If you think it's because people got angry at me and yelled at me and left the server and that's why it's a bad week, that's just a story. Okay? If you think it's because JJ lied to harm you, that's just stupid. The real problem is that there's a lot of people out there trying to do very bad things to us, and they're all the way at the top. They're as high as you can go, and Discord is not doing enough to clean them out or to stop them. I've reported them directly. I've given them, I don't know how many user accounts. He's still online. He's active right now. He's trying to trick you or somebody else or somebody else. All right, so I'm JJ. I know this was a long video. Good luck. Okay? I'm here. Discord.gg/UMCOC. If you have questions, come talk to me. If you're angry that you have questions, come talk to me. I'll answer your questions. I'll help you if I can. I always would. I don't care that you yell at me. I don't care what you say. I don't care how many people you tell. I don't care what your story is. I'm not going anywhere. I made a commitment to myself many, many years ago that this server, UMCOC, would not be destroyed like the previous one was. And I'm not going to turn it over when I don't know anything. I'm not going to let you down if it's within my power to do so. So, I'm here. Don't trust me. And don't trust anyone else either. I'm JJ. That's what happened.